We've been riding for an hour, climbing Storm King Mountain southeast of Montrose, Colorado. And we went from 5,700 feet to 10,100 feet. And the temperature was 93 down there. And let's see what it is here. It's 76 now. The only problem is there's mosquitoes up here. But it's very similar to northern Minnesota. And it is springtime up here. There's lots of flowers. Road is very steep. I've got the ignition off, the trail sprocket on, and we're in low gear. And we're still using a lot of brakes. You can hear the rocks crunching under the tires. They have to come up here with a propane truck to fill the big 1,000-gallon tanks for the transmitter sites. That's a long drive. Let's see, how many miles is it from town? 24 miles from town. Oops. We slid off the road here. We were climbing up on the left side of the road where it was smooth. And she wobbled a little bit and went down in the gully. Luckily, we stopped in time before we tipped over. We'll have to get her out. Pup's going, "What are you doing?" Oh, she's actually quite content with everything. It's time to get some more water. I believe this is those stones that we see from town. This is the top of Storm King. Wow, are those some big walls up there. We'll keep it going. We made it to the end of the line. There's a couple of big trees across the trail. Yeah, there's nowhere to go though. Once you go past these trees, it's this trail right here. And what this did was took us right to the base of this rock formation. I'll have to look at the Google and see if this is those rocks on Storm King. We're at the base of them. Look at that. They are so big. You can't tell. Man, that's big. This one we can't go over. She's a big one. Up here at the tree line, there's a big open area up here. Up here, some wild strawberries that are blooming. I suppose they'll really be tiny. They're really tiny. They're not like what you buy in the greenhouse. And then we're going to go and look at these. These are the smallest flowers I have seen. Let's see if it's going to focus. There. Now I'll put my big finger by it. Look at how small those are. Wow. They're really tiny over here. I gotta focus better. That's about the best it'll do. There's a lot of mosquitoes here. If I put my hand down, they'll probably land on it. They're just swarming. See if you can see these skeeters. We gotta get out of here. Yeah, we gotta get out of this forest with all the standing water. There's a lot of mosquitoes up here. So we're heading back down. Here comes another one of those puddles. This one doesn't leave much room. We gotta go up on top of the little sticks right there and go around. These are deep. They're over 2 feet deep. Trail got really small, but it's going right through the woods. And we went about 2.5 miles heading up the mountain. And when we come up with this one, that's the end of it. They haven't cleared this, so we turn around. We could drag it across it. It's only about 14 inches up from this one. But getting too tired. But you can see what this trail looks like. It's really wild. And every time you stop, the mosquitoes eat you. Got some really tall trees here. This is the northern lake of the Twin Buckhorn, I think they're called. It's a city park of Montrose. I don't know if it's, I can't see it, the sun's too bright here. Can you see them in there? Now we're on the other side of the lake. If it was wet, we wouldn't be able to do this. We would be sliding all over. Well, I'm going to give it up here. Got a little too slimy for us. We're going to turn around. It's just a little ways over here to this peak. And then there's another one over here. There's the San Juans. We'll take one last picture here before we head down the mountain. It's about 12 miles down the side of the hill here. And then we'll be back on the bigger roads. See the road way down there. I see a bright red one in here. It's just like, yeah, you're going to the greenhouse here. Looking at all the flowers. They're right along the side of the road. Can you hear all those birds? These are in the shadow a little bit, but they're a deeper pink. Pumping up the tires here for the last ride home. We were running 4 pounds until he's got to have a little water. That was good. That is good. Wow, it's really got hot down here. Let's see what the temperature is. "96. That's different than 72. So we got home and washed up the monkey bike. And after the tire dries, the part of the tire that doesn't ride on the road, it turns blue. The rubber, it's not a coating, it really is in the rubber. You don't know what kind of a material is in that mountain rock, but it reacts with the tire. Interesting.